Greetings, and this is Cosmic Kev with the Planetary Persuader. This is for the week beginning April 26, 2019, going on to May 2nd. So, what do we got going on here this week in the whole astrological thing? Well, it looks like we've got a moon in the nakshatra of Shravana, so that's a lunar mansion known as Shravana. You find it in the constellation of Capricorn. And it's, pretty much in the middle. It's ruled by the moon. But it's all Saturn, too, because of its association with Capricorn, even in the Western astrology association with Aquarius. So, Shravana is good for poetry. It's good for reciting words, telling stories. Its symbol is the ear. It actually means to listen. And it has some good qualities of both restraint and being responsive as to when the mood hits. And so that's fine, those are all good things. So I think moon will be in Aquarius until, in Western astrology, until Sunday afternoon at 3:11 p.m. So it's a pretty long ride for Aquarius in the moon sign. So Sunday afternoon, Monday, Tuesday, moon will be in Pisces. And then, of course, we have moon in Aries Wednesday and Thursday. The next new moon's a week from this Saturday. So, at this point, we're kind of honing in on what we've manifested. And so that could be kind of interesting. And this is Taurus Sun in the Western zodiac. It's in the Bharani Nakshatra in Aries, or soon will be in Vedic astrology, and so we're self-preserving, and we're in this place where we want to have things. So everything's about, what can I get? What can I do? Mars is in Gemini, but you'd find it in the constellation of Taurus. Venus is in Aries now in the Western zodiac. It's in the constellation of Pisces in the Vedic zodiac. And, it's in an exalted place. So, this is a good time for art, and it's a good time for new ideas and discovering what you like. Also, I want to look at, Chiron's relationship being close to Venus. This could kind of heal our love life and take us in another direction. So, that would be great. That would be awesome. Let's see. So, we're going to just start sign by sign, starting with you, Aries, right now. So, greetings, Aries, and welcome to your horoscope. What I see for you is we've got ourselves the ability to create and use our ideas for the betterment of ourselves. And there's a lot of raja, there's a lot of desire to move and make things happen, make things different. Family issues could suddenly come up, and they may have came up with the last full moon, but that's something to look at. Sudden shifts in family, sudden shifts in health concerning throat and neck and mouth. Check out your vehicle if you're running your vehicle, because Mars is in Gemini, and third house. It's always good to check how your vehicle's running before you take a trip. North Node continues in the fourth house. Once again relating to family, also relating to houses, buying vehicles, buying houses, your parents, your ancestry, discovering things about them. Jupiter is in Sagittarius. Of course, it went back this week into the sidereal zodiac of Scorpio. So that's another interesting shift that we're really unminding and uncovering things that we needed to uncover and hadn't the first shift. And so we're not going to see Jupiter in Sagittarius until November in the sidereal zodiac. It'll be in Sag all year here in the Western zodiac. So don't worry. But there is a foundational strength in the sidereal zodiac that's worth looking at. Pluto and Saturn together, along with the South Node. I mean, it's a tough row to hoe, and anything can kind of happen. Saturn sometimes brings obstacles, difficulties, slows things down. Pluto brings transformation, and so South Node is kind of known for wanting you to get rid of things too. But it's also about trusting your intuition in difficulties, getting to that place where you're really trusting that, especially when it comes to work and career for you, Aries. So let's go to Taurus now. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. All right. So the moon this weekend is in your public house. So this is where we see you. This is where you look a little bit larger than life, and where you meet the public's needs. And if you're working this weekend, well, it's good for taking care of business. It's a good moon for career and taking care of business. Now, sometimes I like to think of like Native American astrology, with Aquarius having the otter and Taurus having the beaver, and they have this sort of relationship, even though the suns are squared. I've seen Tauruses and Aquarians together. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying I recommend it, and I'm not saying that you don't. How's that for decision making? It's like, oh God, this is just total BS astrology right here. No, but seriously, pay attention to your dreams, because there's messages in them. And that there's a lot of sudden things going on, and just be gentle and kind with your words, because with Mars in the second house, some ways you might want to lash out. It's also a good time to sell tools you don't need, or buy appropriate tools that are going to be good for you. And you know what else happens this week? Is we have Saturn going retrograde. So Saturn's been hanging out in your ninth house, house of the guru. And Saturn is going retrograde on Monday at 5:55 p.m. And it's going to be retrograde for quite some time, through June, through July, and it goes direct through August. Oh my goodness. No, don't tell me that. Yeah, it doesn't go direct till mid-September, around September 18th. Oh my goodness. That's a long time away for Saturn to be retrograde like that. So, decision making, dealing with things on your goals, things that you had originally established, you might need to go back on. You might need to look at that before making any direct plans with that. And we have Jupiter going retrograde until August 11th. So these big planets dealing with wisdom, the ones in your 8th house, ones in your 9th house, you definitely have to kind of step back and say, what am I doing to transform myself? What am I doing to take a higher road spiritually? Okay. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So, when it comes to you right now, your social life is really good. So you have good friends, and they've got plans. There's like plan making in the social world. And you're very dynamic. You're very direct. You got a lot of energy to move forward. And relationships should be pretty good, even if Jupiter is retrograde. It's kind of getting into the internal nature of you and your partner. What's there on the inside, and why do we keep it hidden? Why can't we discuss what we're feeling and be able to merge with a much more graceful form of intimacy? Not all needs are being met. It's horrible, and It's a time to really trust your intuition. It's also a time to kind of lay back too, because you could do things a little bit rash. And so because of that, you could be part of your own undoing, plus the Sun and Uranus transiting the 12th house. Now, I find like I have Uranus natal in the 12th, and it's like it kind of brings out a little bit of the rebel in you. You're like, ugh, you know, why does this institution have to be so stuck? You know, it needs a little shaking up. They don't like that. That's why they're institutions, you know. They're rest homes and hospitals and prisons and faraway exotic places. And anyhow, let's talk Cancer talk right now. Well, greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, I see this as an opportunity, you know, for things getting better in your life. I mean, the weekend, it's sort of intense, and you might be subject to other people's plans that you don't so much have control over. And I know relationships have been a little bit testy lately. But you've got this fortitude of like, no, I want to make things better. I'm going to do this. I'm going to improve. Like, nothing's really stopping you. And Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are going to be nicer. You know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you're going to feel much more at home in yourself, like you're doing good, and there's no reason not to feel like a part of that vibe. And, you know, your social life, and I guess if you're like a Taurus that's into politics and stuff, that gets really active. There's so many crazy political things, and I wish we had a more functional system that was a little more helpful to the disadvantaged, but you know, I don't think that's what the banks think. Okay. Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. I wonder, you know, this is Taurus time is kind of like where you're doing your work, where you're showing your talents and skills, where you're breaking out to the public. And so showing the best of what you have is part of this week. Now, it's kind of a romantic weekend for Leos. It could be sort of romantic because we've got, well, let's see. Now we have Uranus is in your midheaven. So work can be kind of inspiring, you know, or also could be shocking with changes. But relationships are part of the focus this weekend. So it could be a romantic weekend with Moon in your 7th house, transiting 7th house, okay? And then we've got Chiron, Mercury, Venus thing happening in the 9th house, so house of the guru. So taking on good information, really being good to yourself, healing your desires, your relationships, healing your mind, like having a cleanse of the mind and toxic thoughts, like thinking, hey, let's make things better, and, you know, spend more time watching turtles and creeks and talking to squirrels than getting on the internet and getting upset about, you know, everyone who's not a vegan going to hell. Oh boy. Has it come down to that? Well, I mean, animal abuse is real, and, you know, people do eat too much meat and stuff, and, you know, most of it's not raised right. So I get the whole thing, you know, and dairy's not that good for you unless you're like Celtic and you have like ancestral, or even people in India. If you got some ancestors that did that stuff, you're probably okay. It's just that the way everything's done is so cruel and inhumane, except for out here, you know, and in farm country where we have small farms and people that love their animals, and, you know, they're giving them nice deaths, and I don't know, and it's I just never thought that the mountain lion was less of a holy animal than a deer, because the deer is vegan and the mountain lion isn't. I just never thought that for a moment. And now I'll get the militant ones coming out of the woodwork at me. But I love comments and stuff, and I love it when you share and subscribe. to the Planetary Persuader Cosmic Kev 100, do it. Hello, Virgo. Yes, my Virgo. Talking to you now. Let's see. How do we want to make this happen? Well, I'd say keep being intelligent. I mean, in some ways, you've got a lot of mysticism, sex, death, other people's property, that kind of stuff is somewhat on your mind right now. Taurus time's kind of a lucky time. It's like, go see the guru. You know, get yourself inspired. Get some information that just sets you on fire for doing something good, you know. And there might have been some kind of things with your children or with your creative expression. They just seem slow, but they're going to work for you. You know, it's just like doing the works right now is so important. Just showing up and changing your heart about certain things. You know, being as inclusive as possible and transforming previous notions, being open to better things. It's going to really open your heart and make things better for you. I mean, who couldn't use that, right? And I think there's a lot of good fortune. I mean, I think it's going to be like Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday look kind of romantic for you and nice. And then, you know, by next weekend, by Friday, you know, we'll have, you know, it in a lucky place. You might do some traveling. I can kind of see that happening. Like you might just go somewhere. All right. So, who do we go to next? Well, I mean, and you look more dynamic at work. I want to say that as well. You look more dynamic at work, Virgo. Okay, Libra, welcome to your horoscope. So this weekend should be great. I mean, you're going to be doing creative stuff. You're going to be in a more open-hearted place, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. So, you know, open your heart to all these possibilities, and you make things possible. You know, you put things in a better context. You make things better. And you don't have to worry or fear about things not working your way, you know, because you're going to be fine. That's the real message. And you have a desire to move ahead in your career, or you're kind of in this place where, gosh, I'm indecisive. I don't know what to do. Love life, you're a great sweet talker. People love you. They're coming into your presence. So something nice is about to happen. We love nice things happening. Friendships are good. And and I think, you know, the rest of the week will go smoothly. You know, that's basically it. You're kind of just letting go of everything that happened up until Thursday last week, you know, and then the full moon happened late at night, early in the morning, and boy, that was something, wasn't it? Okay. All right. Now we're doing some Scorpio talk. So Scorpio, welcome to your horoscope. I mean, you're a little bit more introspective. You're like, I'm somewhat hesitant to get out there. I got to think about things first before I really do this. And I mean, that's smart thinking right there. I think like your creative time will be like Sunday afternoon's going to feel really good, and you know, your heart's going to be open, and we want that, you know. And same thing with Monday and Tuesday. Those are both going to be really good days for you. So, I mean, that's the power time. And Taurus time is about relationship. How do you show up for relationship? Who in your life wants to relate to you? And it kind of feels good, I have to admit. That this is a feel-good time of year for Scorpio rising, Scorpio suns. There's that opportunity for love, fifth house, for, you know, or the opportunity for relationship, seventh house, you know, all of that is happening. So I see that, you know, it's more of a spiritual heart thing that's going to work at this time. And just surprise encounters, too. You're going to have some surprise encounters. Those are so fun. I love surprises. And then you got Mars in the 8th house right now. And so that's very more Scorpio than thou, too. So there's this like kind of edgy, got to be patient, you know. Okay. Yeah, we're talking Sagittarius right now. So, greetings Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So, yeah, having Jupiter in the 1st house doesn't hurt. Taurus time is about 6th house, so it's taking care of health issues. If you're a Taurus and you're in this local area, you might be having allergies from all of the blossoms coming out. Doesn't sound like anyone I know. And you're gonna have to strive to work on your inner life a little more. And you want to make good karma. In a lot of ways, the hard karma we face in the 12th house is largely due to what we didn't do in the 6th house. So serving others, helping others, making good karma, kind of karma yoga, that's all part of a 6th house transit. And, Venus and Mercury and Aries are 5th house for you. So that's opening up your heart, and you're having fun with your kids, with your love life, with being creative and creative expression. All of that's working out. And that's a nice thing. And, money is kind of up and down. I'd say don't gamble. Just stay chill. This is a time to kind of hold back and see what happens. Unless you know otherwise. I mean, I'm not a financial expert, so. Well, greetings, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so, yeah, I know. You've got a lot of insights right now. But, you're on the slow train, too, with Saturn in the 1st house. And the South Node being there, too, it's like, there's a reason things are slowing down. There's a reason you're here. There's a reason why things are like they are in your relationships and whatnot. So it's always good to look at that stuff. Exercise. Yeah. Get yourself out there. Work it out. That Mars in the 6th house. Get yourself fit as a fiddle. And pay attention to your dreams. Your heart is open, you're feeling more love, a lot of the problems are easing up, things are getting better all the time, every day, every way. And you can use that message, Capricorn, just know that, and just move forward. Okay. Well, greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, this is it, man. This is the weekend of the Aquarius moon. Come on, celebrate it, big it up, right? Rise up, love it. And, with Venus and Mercury in your 3rd house, it's like, hey, I've got friends, I've got neighbors, I've got a lot to communicate. I'm enjoying working with my hands, making artwork. This is good. And, paying attention to your family, your parents, kind of the history of things. Maybe you're looking for a new place to buy or invest in, like property or a car. That could happen this weekend. This could happen this week. It could happen anytime. And you're motivated. If you have male children, this is kind of like a time when you might have them enrolled in baseball or something, and you're going out to games, and it's a little more lusty. You want to take action on matters of the heart. And you're just enjoying your social life and kicking it like an Aquarian as usual. Okay, well, greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. So, we got the Pisces moon starting at 3:11 on Sunday and going through Monday and Tuesday. So that's a good fat spread for you, a time to kind of rock it, show your stuff. Taurus is about friendship for you. It's about the 3rd house, siblings, brothers and sisters, especially younger siblings, writing, sharing information, communicating, taking short trips, making better relationships with your neighbors. That's always a deal. This weekend, I'd say, lay low, pay attention to your dreams. It's okay if you're going like backpacking somewhere and you're in some exotic location. That's completely fine. Hang out with stable people when you're socializing, and realize there's lots of opportunities for your career to expand right now and even get better. Okay. And I think that is it. That is it for this week's Planetary Persuader. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for sharing this. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for telling a friend. Love your comments. It's always good to hear from you. We're going to do this again next week. Planetary Persuader, Kozmic Kev, check it out.
Kozmic Kev, Planetary Persuader, check it out.
I mean, last weekend I rode my bike 32